Are you sick of being average? Are you sick of feeling weak, unfocused, and at odds with your own potential? What if Miyamoto Musashi, the warrior who wrote the Book of 5 Rings and never lost a battle, could teach you how to make your mind, body, and spirit stronger than anything else? This is more than just inspiration. This is a plan for war. Find out how to become the strongest version of yourself in this video. I'll show you the 3 harsh rules that Musashi lived by. Lesson 1. Stop waiting for ready. Do not wait for the right time. This is one of the most important lessons that Musashi taught us. A lot of people rush into things because they think they are not ready yet, but that is not true. You will never do anything if you wait for the right conditions. Musashi believed that you have to act before you are ready. He made quick decisions, whether he was in a fight or dealing with a problem in his life. Don't wait any longer if you want to become the best version of yourself. It will never be the right time, and you'll never feel fully ready. No matter what, take the first step. Musashi fought his first fight when he was 13 years old. He didn't wait until he thought he was good enough. He believed in his training and jumped into the fight. Think about your life this way. Do something, whether it's starting a new project, switching jobs, or following your passion. We tell ourselves too often that we need more time or more skills. But the truth is that you grow when you jump in, not when you stand on the edge and think. Don't think too much, just do something. It's normal to feel unsure, that's part of the process. Musashi never let his fear stop him. He kept going because he knew that the best teacher is experience. The strongest form of yourself doesn't come from being perfectly ready. It comes from acting without fear. Let yourself fail sometimes. It's part of the journey. In some fights, Musashi had to work hard to win. He got stronger because of the things he did wrong. Accept loss as a step forward, not as a setback. You become more determined and think like a hero every time you do something without waiting for the right time. Do something now if you want to be your best self. Don't wait for the right time, place, or people. Just do it now. Take charge of your life. To become great, you have to take risks and not wait carefully. Lesson 2. Hurt your comfort zone. Comfort slows down growth. Musashi knew that the only way to get better is to keep pushing yourself. He wasn't happy with what he knew. He was always looking for ways to improve. Comfort zones make you feel safe, but they keep you from moving forward. To become the best person you can be, you have to hurt your comfort zone on purpose. You can only grow when you face your fears head-on. Musashi's life was full of hard times. As a ronin, he went from place to place trying his skills against new people. He didn't stay with or in places or with people he knew. Comfort makes people lazy, he knew. First, figure out where your safe zones are. Don't want to change your habit? Are you stuck in a rut? Are there people around you who never question what you do? Musashi would tell you to go into the unknown, because that's where real power is made. Every day, do little things that will hurt your comfort zone. You should push yourself to speak up in meetings if you're shy. You should push yourself with a new workout plan if you are used to easy ones. Musashi didn't become a master by doing the same things over and over again. He saw suffering as a necessary part of growth and accepted it. Mentally, question what you believe. Think about your limits. Musashi's ideas were not just about being strong physically, but also about being strong mentally. Train your mind to not be happy with average. Look for chances to fail, because they teach you things that being comfortable will never do. Being comfortable makes you weak. It makes you feel safe, which leads to fear and worry in the long run. Wolves who have been through pain so many times that it doesn't scare them anymore are the best. Not only did Musashi fight enemies, but he also fought his own weaknesses. Get out of your safe zone to really become strong. Live on the edge of what you can do. Always test yourself. If you make being uncomfortable a habit, you will become strong, flexible, and powerful. Don't forget that progress hurts, but it's the pain that makes you strong. Lesson 3. Become hard to kill. To be strong, you need to be able to handle tough situations. Musashi had to be tough all the time, not just in battle but also in his mind. When you want to be your best, you have to make yourself mentally and physically impossible to kill. To be hard to kill, you have to build up unbreakable resilience. Musashi did this by practicing and getting ready all the time. He knew that real fighters are made in hard times. To make your body strong enough to handle hardship, you need to train daily, build endurance, and practice skills that will help you stay alive. It's also important to be mentally tough. Musashi fought people who were bigger and smarter than him, but his unbreakable spirit made him stand out. Being strong isn't just about winning, it's also about not giving up. Build a mindset that can handle failures, criticism, and failing. Get ready to face problems before they happen. Mind training can be done by meditating and being strict with yourself. Musashi was known for having a clear mind even when his life was in danger. Develop a quiet center that stays steady no matter how crazy things get around you. Taking care of your health is another part of being physically strong. When your body is weak, your mind is weak too. Musashi took care of his body by training it to handle long trips, bad weather, and battle. Do practical fitness exercises that get you ready for problems you might face in real life. Get stronger, faster, and more flexible. To feel better, learn to let go of your fears. Musashi didn't fear death at all. You need to teach yourself to be just as calm and determined when you face your fears. Know that the hard things in life are not meant to break you, they are meant to make you stronger. Don't let being weak make you easy to kill. Toughen your mind with consistent practice, and push your body to its limits. When you're at your best, you don't run away from pain or trouble. When you make resilience a part of your life, you become hard to kill. Lesson 4. Own your dark energy. Everyone has a dark side, a source of power they haven't used yet that can either kill them or make them stronger. Miyamoto Musashi knew this better than anyone else. He had to deal with evil inside and outside of himself. He learned to use it instead of ignoring it. You need to learn to own your dark energy if you want to be the best you. Pain, anger, rage, and fear that we try to hide are all forms of dark energy. People are taught to hide these feelings by putting on a cool and collected front. Musashi, on the other hand, knew that ignoring these feelings would only make them worse. He didn't fight them. Instead, he accepted them and used them to fuel his growth. He didn't let his anger control him. Instead, he put it into his training, his art, and his never-ending quest for success. Take a look. When you feel disrespected, what keeps you going? What keeps you going when people don't think much of you? Most people don't say anything about these feelings. But the best people use them to do something. When Musashi was tired, he used his dark energy to train longer, work harder, and think of better ways to fight. The way he was intense became his edge. He didn't just fight wars on the ground, he also fought them inside himself. Before you can own your bad energy, you have to be aware of it. Don't act like you don't worry, fear, or anger. Say that it bothers you when people doubt you. Allow yourself to be angry when you are ignored. After that, don't try to hide these feelings. Instead, use them as power. They should make you want to do something. Allow them to move you forward. Musashi shows us that the goal is not to have no feelings, but to be in charge. When anger isn't controlled, it can make people do dangerous things. But if you use it right, it turns into raw power. When anger builds up, it can lead to doubts about oneself. But if you know how to use it right, it can be inspiration to do better than average. Make a list of the things that bother you. Find the times when you feel ignored, small, or disrespected. These are signs of your bad energy. Instead of responding emotionally, use that energy to move closer to your goals. Put it all into your work, your workouts, and your art. Let it drive your late nights, early mornings, and the hours of hard practice that most people try to avoid. The lessons that Musashi taught us tell us that we can't get away from our darkness, but we can work with it. You are not strongest when you try to hide your darkness. You are strongest when you learn to use it. Use your pain for something good. Do something with your anger. Take control of your dark energy, and no one will be able to stop you. Lesson 5. Outwork your doubts. There is a strong force called doubt that can make you question yourself and stop you from growing as a person. A famous samurai named Miyamoto Musashi knew how important it was to work through questions in order to become the strongest version of oneself. Doubts aren't just wishful thinking. They're signs that someone needs to work harder, focus, and get better at what they're doing. Musashi trained hard, and he often did it by himself, to improve his skills and clear his mind. To get past questions, you have to commit to practicing over and over again. Find the places where you're least sure of yourself and work harder on them. For instance, if you don't believe you can speak in public, practice every day. If you're not sure of your skills, put in extra time to improve them. To get rid of worries, you need to work smarter. Learn about your worries, figure out where they come from, analyze them, break them down, and make a plan to get past them. When you don't do anything, doubt grows, but when you're working, you don't have time to think about what could go wrong. Musashi's strict training routine kept him focused on the job at hand and blocked out the negative thoughts that were going through his mind. The strongest form of yourself is not the one who has no fears. It's the one who keeps going even though they're scared. You can become unstoppable by getting rid of your worries. Choose to act and make your work ethic so strong and constant that your worries can't stay alive. You become more sure of yourself as you practice, and your worries lose their power. Getting rid of your worries will make you unstoppable in everything you do. Lesson 6. Bet on yourself. A wandering ronin named Miyamoto Musashi didn't have a master, an army, or any official training. He just bet on himself and became Japan's best swordsman. Waiting for other people to believe in you is a waste of time. The best version of yourself comes out when you choose to back yourself, no matter what. Bet on yourself means taking full responsibility for your life and not relying on support, approval, or recognition from other people. It was said that Musashi was a master fighter, and he proved it by going into duel after duel with only a wooden sword and his unwavering faith in his own skills. Before you can bet on yourself, you need to trust yourself. This is not the same as being cocky. It means having confidence that comes from planning and taking action. Musashi worked on his art for hours every day because he knew that believing in yourself without doing anything is just a fantasy. You invest in your growth when you bet on yourself. This means taking chances, going into the unknown, and being okay with being uncomfortable. People will have doubts about you, but they won't take them personally. Instead, they'll use them as fuel. It's important to train harder, fight better, and go further every time someone insults you or doesn't believe you. You learn how to turn bad things into power when you bet on yourself. It's also necessary to accept doubt when you bet on yourself. Musashi was put in life-or-death fights with no promises, but he did it anyway because he believed in his own skills. There are no sure things in life, but you never get the chance to win if you never take a chance. Even though Musashi had failures, he never gave up on himself. He changed, learned from them, and came back stronger. It's not the person who never fails who is the best. It's the person who gets back up every time they fall. You should ask yourself if you are ready to bet on yourself, work hard, take risks, and deal with failures. You can become great without waiting for someone else to believe in you. You just need to have the guts to believe in yourself first.